The best country in Southeast Asia, what would you say it is?
Only for the Southeast Asia region?
Ooh, that's a difficult one because every country has its own specialties.
What is the best country in Southeast Asia? We are going to talk to some experienced travelers here on Khao San Road in Bangkok, Thailand to find out what their favorite countries are in Southeast Asia. I think this is going to be an interesting one again. Let's go. Have you been traveling in Southeast Asia at all?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot?
Yes.
Can I ask you, where have you been?
Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Borneo, Indonesia, Singapore.
Yeah. Philippines?
No.
What do you think is the best country in Southeast Asia?
Ooh, that's a difficult one because every country has its own specialties and it depends what you like.
Let's say if you have to pick like one or two, which ones are your favorite?
Laos and Indonesia, I think.
I'm going to Indonesia soon. I'm going to explore my roots on Java. I also would like to go to Sulawesi.
Yes, that's on my list for this trip also.
Okay,
Sulawesi,
Sulawesi, yes, actually.
Yes,
oh, nice.
Yes.
So where have you been in Indonesia?
Java
Okay.
and Sumatra.
What's your favorite place in Indonesia then?
Sumatra, I think, It's, because it's quite rural still. And
When was that, when you were there?
long time ago already, like 20 years something ago.
And what was the best thing over there? What happened? What made it so good?
The people. The people are very lovely in Indonesia.
Overall, I think the people over here in Southeast Asia are lovely.
Exactly. But for me, it's a little bit more in Indonesia.
Okay.
I speak a little Indonesia. So.
So a lot of people are a little bit scared of Malaysia and Indonesia because they're like a majority.
Because of the Muslim thing.
I think so.
Yeah, but no, the people are lovely over there.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
No matter what religion or whatever.
No, they don't bother.
No.
No.
Hey, and is there something that was maybe not so pleasant over here? Something that people should be careful of?
It's safe to travel around in Southeast Asia. I had only one thing in north of Vietnam, but a small thing, like I was paying the taxi and he took my money and I ran off, but it was like $10 or something, so it was not.
So
that
he grabbed in your wallet and then he drove off?
Yeah, I had the notes and it was too much. He had to pay back and then I took it and ran off.
Okay, these things happen sometime. But
that's it's a minor thing.
And in Thailand, do you like we find you now here in Thailand? How long have you been here now?
Now 3 weeks, something like this. But I was here before. I have an agreement with my boss. I travel 1 year, work for 1 year, travel 1 year, work for 1 year.
Actually, wow.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's nice. I have a good boss.
How long are you doing this already for?
Since 2018 now.
Can I ask you, what kind of job are you doing then?
I'm a social worker.
Social worker?
Yeah, I work with children with disabilities.
Yeah. Wow, that's very thankful work.
Also, yes.
I can imagine it's very intense work as well. So
yes, and I became 50, so I thought like now it's time to think about myself also a little bit. So I made this thing, and she said, okay, you can always come back.
That's wonderful. Good for you, sir.
Good balance, you know.
And now, how many? You've been 3 weeks back again. So this is the start of your trip, or?
I was a month before in Japan. I started in Japan this time. So now I have like 10 more months to go.
Are you spending most of your time in Southeast Asia?
Yes, only Southeast Asia.
Only Southeast Asia. And where then?
All these countries around.
Are you also going to Timor-Leste or?
To what?
To Timor-Leste?
Timor? No, not this time. Maybe next time.
What do you look forward to most?
Like I said, Laos. I have friends over there living there and going to visit them.
It's good. Have you been to Myanmar?
I was on my way to Myanmar last time, but then I met friends here, so I went with them. And then the coup came in Myanmar, and it's not possible. It's not a country to be there now, I think.
No. How about Cambodia? I think Cambodia is developing rapidly at the moment. Have you been there?
Yes.
How do you like it?
I like it a lot. But like I said, it's developing a lot. A lot of Chinese people are controlling many places now. So it's different a little bit. It's changed a little bit now. But yeah, still it's very, very okay.
Are you going to visit this year also?
Yes, yes, yes.
And where do you go in Cambodia?
Not sure yet. Maybe to Kratsi, Stung Train.
Not the main.
Ban Lung.
Okay. You're a little bit off the beaten track, let's say.
Yes, because I already been there before, and then I did the highlights then. Okay. So now those, the little parts.
Today I just arrived for my first day of vacation, but before in the past I was living in Malaysia.
Malaysia. Okay, nice. Have you traveled a lot in Southeast Asia?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam.
Okay. Have you been to the Philippines?
Not yet.
Not yet. And you've been to Indonesia?
Yeah, Indonesia also, yeah.
Yeah, nice. What is your favorite country in Southeast Asia?
It depends. For traveling, Thailand is nice. And before I was working in Malaysia, and Malaysia for working and living every day is perfect.
Why is it so perfect in Malaysia?
You have everything, it's going fast, you have delicious food, many activities, lovely nature, it's perfect.
Yeah. Where were you living?
In Penang.
How long have you been here and how many times have you been here?
Around 20-25 times, and now this time 9 days.
Okay, and this is in Thailand, or have you traveled around Southeast Asia?
This time Bangkok, especially, but I traveled in Southeast Asia as well.
The best country in Southeast Asia, what would you say it is?
It depends what you're going to do. I was a diver before, so I was diving a lot, and of course the diving places were beautiful, but
can you mention your favorite diving spot in Southeast Asia?
Malaysia, Kota Kinabalu.
Was there something that happened on your trip that was not so pleasant in Southeast Asia?
All the bad things I always forget immediately.
Okay.
That's always best.
Yeah?
Best in life. Things you don't like, just forget them.
This channel is based in Thailand. I'm showing you the beauty of Southeast Asia, and now I am in Thailand for a short while before I'm leaving for Indonesia. We're talking about the best country in Southeast Asia. Now Indonesia is a massive country and also one of my favorites, I have to say. I'm also a little bit biased, but have you been traveling a lot in Southeast Asia?
Only Thailand, Vietnam, and part of Indonesia. Might be biased, but I'm not. I like Thailand the most.
Yeah? You like Thailand the most?
Yeah.
Okay. How long are you here for?
Only 2 weeks.
And where are you going then?
Down here for 2 weeks, Sukhothai.
Oh yeah.
Sukhothai for 2 nights.
Yeah.
And then down to Krabi. Krabi.
You've also been to Vietnam, you were saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Vietnam?
A lot more ordered than Thailand, that's for sure. And it was just short trip. 1 week here, 1.5 weeks one time, and 1 week the other time. So I would like to do it more.
How about Cambodia and Laos?
Not yet. And this is me traveling, not traveling anymore. I'm just lounging and doing nothing. So I'm at that age. I don't know if someone can tell. I'm at that age. I just want to relax and do nothing.
Okay.
Here, just coming back to see what it was like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Still look a bit the same. A bit different with a smoker.
Yeah, a lot of marijuana over here.
Yeah, it's like in Amsterdam, eh?
You don't smoke, I can imagine.
No.
Where are you from in Indonesia?
Sumatra, West Sumatra.
Oh. Unfortunately, I've never been, and this trip I'm probably gonna only visit like Bali, Sulawesi, and Java. Yeah.
I must say I've not really been to that many places in Indonesia, so which is why I said I cannot be biased about it.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Where have you been in Indonesia?
Bali, Lombok.
What is the best thing that happened to you so far in Thailand?
Okay, look back the first trip. That was a proper traveling. Like I was trying different. I was younger then, years ago.
Okay.
And I think these people are really welcoming. That's one thing. And easy to go around.
Yeah.
Even if you don't speak the language, it's easy to go around. A little bit of Sawadee Cup, Kampu Cup, and that's all you need to know, right? And they'll point you direction.
I think like Thai people and Indonesian people are quite different. Do you see that as well, or?
Yeah.
What is the biggest difference you would think?
I think maybe religious plays some reason behind it, but also Indonesia is very different, right? I can only speak to where I was from, where I grew up as a child, you know. And that's different to Jakarta, that's different to Bali.
That's also true. Yeah.
I would say Bali is similar to Thailand.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
simply a bit more, not pacifist people, but just religion drives nice things to other people.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Myanmar.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
So you did
just around there.
big trip.
Yes.
Have you also been to the Philippines?
Philippines not.
What was your favorite country, and where are you going now to revisit maybe?
Yeah, I loved visiting Myanmar because of the atmosphere, the temple. A very special vibe, and it's not possible to go there again because of the political situation. but this is one of my absolute favorite.
We are after the favorite countries. Myanmar is the number one country for you.
Yeah.
Which other country would you say is one of your favorites?
Oh, there are a lot. Only for the Southeast Asia region? Okay. I also love, for sure, Thailand. That's the reason why I come back, but only for a stopover.
Okay.
Traveling further to Japan.
So how long are you going to stay in Thailand?
For 6 days.
Okay. And then only Bangkok, I imagine.
Only Bangkok,
Yeah.
yes.
About your favorite country, Myanmar, what was the best experience in that country?
They're so authentic and so open-minded, and they are very poor, but they feel lovely and very rich on their behavior. Yeah, it was in special Bagana here, the field of the 1,000 and more pagodas, and also Mandalay, very great place to visit.
Now you're going to Japan. Why do you choose to go to Japan and not to any Southeast Asian country?
Now it's the calling for Japan. Every friend, every side tells me now it's ready. I'm ready to go there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the Philippines? Are you interested in visiting that, or?
I'm interested. Yeah.
Okay.
Some next time. Yeah. Also Borneo. I love to go there.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to Indonesia quite soon. What do you recommend, or where have you been in Indonesia?
Indonesia for sure, Jakarta, Jakarta here on the main island, and then Bali. Bali, it's a must visit for sure. Yeah. Also here the smaller islands, Gili Island. Really relaxing.
Dimitri, I'm from Lithuania, but I'm traveled, so I've been living in Canada, UK.
Oh, wow.
Now in Portugal, and still miss Thailand.
Have you traveled a lot in Southeast Asia?
Vietnam, I did this south to north on a motorbike.
Nice.
Cambodia, here in Thailand, yeah.
Okay.
Did like the traveling from Koh Chiang Mai to all the way to south in Malaysia.
Have you been to Malaysia also?
Well, only for visa purposes, yeah, but it's short trips.
Okay.
Go for weeks and have fun.
What's the best country in Southeast Asia, you would think?
I say, well, they have flavors. For me, Thailand, somewhere on islands is the best. Yeah, but again, if you have time, you need to explore more countries as well.
Yeah, that's true. And what is your favorite island then? I'll be careful for the...
It depends what you want to do. My girlfriend, she wants to go to Koh Tao, I want to go to Koh Phangan. Right.
Well, it's close by each other.
So we're doing 1 week there and 1 week there.
Yeah.
What's the best thing happened to me? Well, nice people, nice friends, nice food, right?
Yeah.
So I took some classes in Thai cooking.
No way, okay.
Yeah, I learned how to do tom yum.
Yeah.
Took some classes in Thai massage, so yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
You live and learn.
Nice one. That's a good idea actually, to get some massage classes also.
Yeah.
Where did you do that?
Koh Phangan, they have a government school for that. Yeah, so they teach you language, they teach you cooking, and they teach you Thai massage.
Wow. Wow, that's very good. How much do you pay for this?
I don't remember, maybe like 1,000 per lesson, and you take on 8 to 10 classes. Well, each lasts maybe 3-4 hours.
Yeah,
so.
it's not a bad idea, especially for your partner. It's quite nice.
That's why I have a partner.
Hey, did something happen in Southeast Asia that was maybe not so pleasant?
Well, I wouldn't say, like everything can happen everywhere, right? So a few odd experiences, you shouldn't count on that being a bad country.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Which experiences?
Well, just some annoying people on the street, like complaining about parking. Before I got the permission to park from the owner.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's minor, really.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Do you have a message to the world or some wisdom that you...
Well, travel, and especially if you're somewhere in Western countries or like more civilized countries, and you do your 9-to-5 job every day, do yourself a favor and spend maybe 5 or 6 months in South Asia. Like spend the whole winter. It will change your life.
The best country in Southeast Asia. I am aware that it is not totally fair of me to just ask this in Bangkok, because the answer is most likely Thailand. Now I am doing this throughout Southeast Asia, so hopefully you are able to watch another one in next up.